In the past 10 years, my house has been flooded twice. I've almost died 3 times. Money is gone. I have a full mortgage on a home that no longer exists. I sleep, work, live in a garage with my wife, and 3 very large dogs. My 3 adopted sons sleep in an old trailer in the driveway. My oldest is off to college, and my daughter lives in the attic. There's only 1 bathroom between us all. They say you're only giving what you can handle. I don't know about that. We're Matthew and Tina Farrell. We're obviously the Farrells. We have 5 kids, the crazy Farrell fam, and we live in Beaumont, Texas. Only knew each other 2 months before I proposed, but I was in flight school in Corpus Christi, Texas, and we met in Sunday school at church, and
together every day after.
Yeah, the first deployment, I was Elijah was 6 months old. I was gone for 6 months. 9/11 happens. I'm in combat within a couple months of that, and she's home with a kid that I'm missing his walking, talking, crawling. I'm missing everything, and I'm off in Afghanistan. Once you've been through it a few times, especially under those circumstances, you learn to be pretty strong. You figure it out. In 2013, my brain quit regulating its own pressure. So my brain was popping like a balloon. I had a massive stroke-like incident. Within a couple of days, the VP shunt, the ventricular peritoneal shunt, went in. Without it, I'd be dead.
Seeing my dad in the hospital was heartbreaking. He dropped 50 pounds in a week. He's 6'4", supposed to be like 250, big, strong, and he was skin and bones.
I really don't try to think about it because it's sad. I don't want to think my dad is as vulnerable as that. I remember walking through our sliding glass doors and seeing my dad so sick, he couldn't even lift his head off the couch.
He had facial dexterity issues. He had nerve damage, couldn't feel his feet. He couldn't see right.
It was really hard.
About halfway through the recovery cycles, when the epiphany hit us that no matter how bad life is for you, there's something worse out there, and you need to give more. You need to use that love that you have, it's in you, and sacrifice. You have to help those who can't help themselves, and that led us down the adoption path. Decided to go, what's the hardest thing you can do? What's the biggest impact you can make? Let's go for that. It's just about the worst place in the world to live. We're going to go with 1, and then it blossomed into 2, and then it blossomed into 3, and it turned into 3 teenage boys by the time we were done.
That's who caught the first fish.
I will.
Well,
That's always better.
First of all,
If I can get it to get in there.
first of all, you suck at throwing stuff.
Yeah, right.
Those are my brothers, Heji and Roderick. Usually in school, people say, who are your parents? I show them, they say, that's your parent? I say, yeah. And they say, how come they're white and you black? I say, well, we are like get adopted, so that's why. And they say, oh, that's cool. I say, yeah.
On this one here, I'm not too sure yet.
So you did it right. There's your problem, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was looking.
Okay, so just like I was telling him, so this is a 0, right?
9.
9, you did that right. So 9 minus 3 is?
7.
No.
Wait, 9 minus 3?
9
oh,
minus
it's
3.
6. I mean, 6.
6, there's your
6.
problem.
I missed that, yeah.
There you go, so there's
Okay.
your answer.
That makes sense.
Given the reason we're in the orphanage because like my parents have things that people wanted, like they were good at skill or something, but they asked like the people, like other people asked them to tell them how to, but they don't want it to. So they get jealous and kill them, like put for my parents just dead by poison. So it's just like how it is.
So when Hurricane Harvey happened, we had just moved here, so it was less than 30 days after coming into the house. So we were still covered with boxes. About 3 to 4 feet of water came into the house, so we were completely unprepared. The neighborhood had never flooded, and we lost a lot. When there's 3 feet of water slushing around your house and that massive power, taking your refrigerator and flipping it, taking a four-wheeler and flipping it, you can't stop it. It's just massive power and destruction. Stuff floating everywhere was catastrophic for us. We didn't know what to do. So some community friends of ours that we didn't know yet kind of drove up in their very large elevated truck and knocked on the door and asked us what kind of help we needed. And we didn't know what help we needed. We lost it all. I was mobilized back to active duty, and then Tropical Storm Imelda happened.
With Imelda, it was different than Harvey. With Harvey, we lost everything more personal. So this time around, it was just, hey, grab a change of clothes for a week, get it in a bag, and leave.
All this stuff going on kind of feels normal because it's just happening. I just kind of go with the flow now.
After we knew our house was going to be demolished, we knew we were going to be living out here for a while. We know it's a garage. We live in a garage. It's fun to have your things on the walls. We just try to make it more homey.
This is my office, so I work from home.
/ living room / bedroom.
With one child in it. 3 teenagers are out in a travel trailer in the driveway.
Our attic, we converted and revamped the attic floor so we could create a living space up there for our daughter.
The bedroom, Mom and Dad took that over, and that's the one bathroom in the house. So the beds are always dirty, the floors are always dirty. There's dirty clothes everywhere, but when there's 7 people on top of each other in a 2-car garage, it's just what you have to do. So we've been in the garage, in the travel trailer, everybody's on top of each other, one bathroom, multiple kids, teenagers getting ready in the morning. So the biggest relief for us, just to have our own space back. So Operation Tiny Home and Sutter Home, the grant that they gave us, it made it possible. We didn't have enough to do this without them. They have no idea what they're doing to bless people like this, to make this possible. With the future and the children being the ages they are, they're going to be gone and departing the house pretty soon. So it's really not a sound investment, considering we still have the old mortgage still going.
Yeah.
It's not a sound investment to build something new. We just can't do that.
I'm excited, so I can't wait to see it.
That's it right there?
I see it first.
Is it?
Yeah, that's it
Yeah,
coming up,
that's
isn't
it.
it?
There it comes. There it is.
Oh.
You can see shelving and cabinets, and just want to go see already. Ready to move in.
Farrow family, we are so happy to be here after hearing everything you've been through with our incredible partners, Sutter Home and Operation Tiny Home, to bring you a decathlon tiny home. And we love some of the things you picked out, but honestly, what really strikes me is the trim color, be the silver lining after everything you've been through. I want to give you these.
Oh, wow.
Well, we're in.
I know. Only took a year.
I couldn't be happier.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you. Couldn't do without you.
I know. I love you.
I love you too.